January 1959. In the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union, ten young hikers set out on an adventure. Their goal was to conquer Ural Mountain. Which in the local Mansi language means the place where do not go. Their leader was Igor. All the hikers were experienced, fit, and did not know the meaning of fear when it came to mountains. But they had no idea that this was going to be the final journey of their lives. A few days later, when they did not return, a discovery was made that shook the entire world. A torn tent, barefoot tracks in the snow, and bodies with signs of injury yet no sign of an enemy. On January 23rd, the group sets off by train. One member, Yuri Yudin, has to turn back midway due to illness. He was lucky because he was the only one who survived. On the night of February 1st, the weather was brutal. The hikers lost their way and pitched their tent on the slope of Hala Shahel, Dead Mountain. Sometime during the night, something happened that terrified these experienced hikers so much that instead of opening the tent door, they cut it from the inside with a knife and ran out into the minus 30 degrees Celsius cold barefoot. The search. When the rescue team arrived on February 26th, they found the tent empty. All belongings, shoes, and clothes were still inside the tent. Outside, there were tracks of 8 to 9 people in the snow leading down toward the forest. The bodies of the first 2 hikers were found under a large cedar tree. They were wearing only underwear and their hands were burnt as if they were trying to grab the fire. Nearby, the bodies of Igor Dyatlov and 2 others were found. Their position suggested they were trying to crawl back to the tent, but the cold stopped them midway. But the real horror began 2 months later, when the snow melted and the bodies of the remaining 4 hikers were found in a deep ravine. These people didn't die from the cold. His skull was severely fractured. Their ribs were broken in a way that looked like a high-speed car crash. Letmila's tongue and eyes were missing, and on some pieces of clothing, traces of radioactivity were found. The Soviet police closed the case, stating the deaths were caused by a compelling natural force. But people don't believe it. Let's look at the theories. The most common theory, they say, snow fell during the night. They feared the tent would be buried, and they ran. But the question is, why would experienced hikers run without clothes? Some people saw orange orbs in the sky that night. Was the Soviet government testing a secret weapon? Was that the cause of the radiation? Local legends say a mountain monster lives there who attacked them. This would explain the broken bones and the missing tongue. Wind hitting the mountains can create a sound wave that humans can't hear, but it creates intense fear and panic in the brain. Perhaps in this panic, they ripped the tent and fled. In 2020, Russian authorities reinvestigated and claimed it was a slab avalanche, but many questions remain. If it was an avalanche, where did the radioactive traces come from? Why had their bodies turned a strange color? Dyatlov Pass is still open to hikers today, but everyone who goes there thinks about that mysterious night. The truth of Igor Dyatlov and his companions is likely buried forever in the mountain snow. What do you think? Was it a natural disaster or something beyond our understanding? Let us know in the comments.